Hey friends, in today's video we are talking about how to get a Schengen visa approval. To be more specific, when you are applying from Kenya. So I'll be using my notebook. I noted some points down so that I can't forget them. In this video, I'll be explaining what is Schengen visa. I'll also be explaining the documents that are required for the visa and important tips to increase your chances of visa approval, and also common reasons for rejection. So I'll start by explaining what is Schengen visa. Schengen visa, it's a short stay visa that allows all the non-European Union nationals to travel freely within the 29 Schengen countries within the period of 90 days. And the visit can either be family visits, business, or maybe tourism. So the second point is how to apply the visa. And for you to apply the visa, you should apply it at the embassy or the visa center of the country that you are planning to travel to. And if you are planning to travel to multiple Schengen countries, you can apply at the embassy or the visa center for the country that you are planning to stay the longest. And if you're planning to visit, you can apply at the embassy of the country that will be your first entry. So for my case, I applied for the Schengen visa twice in 2025 and I got them. It was my first time applying for any visa and I got them. So the first time I applied to visit Poland, and my first entry was in Frankfurt, Germany. And that's where I went through the immigration. They checked my documents, my passport, and I was allowed to board the flight again to Poland. And when I got to Poland, they didn't check any of my documents, so I just got my luggage and walked out. The second time, I was also applying to visit Poland, so I applied at the Embassy of Poland in Kenya. And my first entry in Schengen zone, it was in Amsterdam, that is Netherlands. And they also checked at the immigration, they also checked my documents. And when I got to Poland, Warsaw, they didn't check my documents again. So I just took my luggage and walked out. That's it. So the third one, I'll be explaining about the documents that you need for the visa. So the first one, you will need a visa application form. And the application form, you should get it online at the official website of the country that you're planning to visit. So make sure it's the official website. The second document that you need is a valid passport. The third document that you need is passport photos. Maybe in each country, like in each Schengen countries, they have their own dimensions. But for me, in Poland, they have specific measurements for the passport photos, and also it should be taken in a white background. You will also need a cover letter. You write a cover letter to the embassy explaining more about reason for travel, the dates, and when you're coming back. So about the invitation letter, maybe I'll do a more detailed video. And another thing that you need is flight reservation. So never pay for a real ticket when you're applying for a Schengen visa, because you're not sure if you're gonna get it. You just do the flight reservation, and that's free in most of the airlines. For me, I've been doing the flight reservation in an airline called Lufthansa. Yeah, so the other document that you need hotel booking confirmation. Maybe if you are planning to visit and you're gonna stay at the hotel, you should show the booking confirmation details. If in case you are being invited by an EU citizen, they should provide an invitation letter. They should also send you bank statements, their bank statements if they are sponsoring your trip, and also they should provide their passport copy. The other thing that you need is travel insurance that covers the Schengen zone, and it should be a maximum of 30,000 euros. And you will need bank statements. That should be 3 to 6 months bank statement, and the bank statement should have an official stamp from the bank. You should also show proof of your income. So if you're employed, you should submit your employment letter and also you should submit your pay slips. And if you are self-employed, you should submit your business permit and license. Another document that you should submit is home ties. You should submit documents that shows you have strong home ties. That's the main reason your visa can be denied, because they think maybe you will go forever, you won't come back to your country. So for the home ties, you should submit, maybe if you have a business, you can submit maybe your business license. You can also submit maybe your, like if you have children, you can submit their birth certificates. You can also submit a title deed if you own a property, like if you own land, or you can also submit logbook if you have any vehicle. For me, I don't have children, so what I've been using as home ties, I submitted my business license because I have a business, and also I submitted a tenancy agreement to show that I rent a house. So that's all the documents that you need. If you submit everything that I've mentioned, you're gonna get it. And another thing before I forget, if you're a student, you don't have a job, and you don't have a business, you're just in school, you can submit your transcripts and a letter from the registrar to show that you are a student. And you can also submit transcripts to show that you are still continuing in school. But if you're a student, you shouldn't apply, maybe if you're not on long holiday, you shouldn't apply maybe for a long time, because maybe they will ask you why all that time you would miss your classes. The other point is about the visa fee. For me, because I was applying at the Embassy of Poland, they only accept cash in euros, and the visa cost 90 euros. That's around 12,000 to 13,000 Kenyan shillings. So if you apply for the visa at the Embassy of Poland, you change the cash, the Kenyan money, to euros, and you submit them on the day of appointment together with the other documents in form of cash. So another point, I'm going to talk about how to book an appointment at the embassy or at the visa center. And I'll talk about specifically maybe Poland, because that's what I've been doing. So booking the appointment at the Embassy of Poland, it's really hectic. For those who have tried to book an appointment date, they know, and they can tell you the story. So you log in to their official website and you book an appointment date. For the Embassy of Poland, the available dates at the Embassy of Poland, they are open the first Monday of every month at from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. So that's like 2 hours, and they fill in very fast. They're not so keen and quick, you can miss it. And if you miss it, maybe it will take months to get another appointment. Then after filling it in, you will download it in a PDF form. Then you will submit it on the day of appointment. And if you download the form, it will ask you for a password, and the password will be your passport number. That's what I noticed. So on the appointment day, you should arrive on time that you booked when you are booking the appointment. And also you should carry with you your all original documents that are required, and you should also have their photocopies. And at the embassy or at the visa center, they will take your biometrics, like your fingerprints, and also they will check your documents that you provided. If they need more, they're gonna tell you. And also you're gonna leave your original passport. In case you get your visa, they're gonna stamp it. If you don't get it, they will ask you to come and collect it. So for me, when I was submitting the documents, they took my fingerprints at the embassy. They asked me some questions, like who I was going to visit. They also, I was going to visit my boyfriend then, and they asked me maybe how we met, who gonna sponsor my trip, what I do in Kenya, what type of business, what I can advise you. Don't give out unnecessary information, just answer the questions that have been asked. After the questions, you'll be given a note telling you when to collect your passport, like a specific date. And I think some of the embassies or the visa centers, they tell you they're gonna send you an SMS or an email that you provided. So the processing time for the visa, it takes about 2 weeks, like 15 days. Then after the 15 days, you're gonna go and collect your passport. Important points to increase your visa approval chances. You have to show strong ties to prove that you have a valid reason to return to your country after your intended visit. You should also be honest, never lie when you're applying for the visa. So, because that might lead to denial. And also, you should organize your documents properly. Don't staple, like in Embassy of Poland, they advise you don't staple your documents. Even if maybe one document has maybe 3 pages, you should not staple them. You just arrange them how they follow each other. You should also make sure your cover letter is simple and direct. And also make sure dates match in all the documents. I think you get that. Common reasons for rejection or common reason that leads to visa denial. These are very important tips. So first one is weak bank statement. You should show them that you have enough cash to cater for your expenses during your visit. And also you should have a clear travel purpose. Like you should state a clear reason what you're going to do. You should also not provide fake documents because this will lead to denial and they're gonna know they are fake, so be careful. And also another reason for rejection, it's maybe when you don't have a proof that you will return back to your country. That is, if you don't have strong home ties that I explained before. So that's it for the Schengen visa approval, and if you follow everything that I stated, I'm sure you're gonna get it. So if you have any question, drop it in the comment section and I will gladly answer every question that you ask about the visa. And thank you for watching. See you in my next video, and make sure you subscribe, like, and also comment. Thank you so much.